Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. The 1-2. Still 1-2. Here's another 1-2. And this is swung on and missed on a great pitch that time, and the leadoff man is down on strikes to get this one started. Time now for a look at the Rays starting nine. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Center fielder.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. The 2-1 home. And he gets a piece there and chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. The 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
A full count to the Rays center fielder. Carlos Gomez would be next. Another full count pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there, and the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Tampa. Chris Archer will be the starter for the Rays in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Chris Archer, one of the premier pitchers in baseball. When he's good, he's nearly unhittable. Great fastball with movement. Slider probably his best pitch, and the changeup has been much better recently. If Chris Archer brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Ground ball left side. Echeverria dives. What a play! How about that? And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
That's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Home run there for Aaron Judge as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Standing in now, Giancarlo Stanton, fouled off. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Miller backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake double's leaving this yard.
To third, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And with 2 out, the inning will stay alive for Greg Bird.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank. That guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box now, Greg Bird. Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Smith is going to get there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. Second inning coming up. New York off to a 1-0 lead. Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Carlos Gomez. He'll get us started in the top of the second. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius' time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace. You know, Dero, it's not always easy to hit in the day games. First 5 hitters, 5 up, 5 down. 6-hole hitter, though, he must have gotten a good night's sleep last night.
That's exactly where I was going, Dan. First 5 guys in the order looked like they were still asleep rolling out of bed. Those day games will creep up on you. 6-hole guy was locked and loaded.
Ramos is off at first with 2 away. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Batting 8.
Here's Echeverria now. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's got a 3-for-5 line. The 1-2. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the 2nd inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout. Here's Didi Gregorius. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Ramos has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Gomez has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting 8th, third baseman
Brandon Drury will bat next. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the 1-1 pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is... Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're set for the top half of the third from the Bronx. Up next for the Rays, Malik Smith, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. The 3-2 pitch. This is on the ground over the first. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him.
The batter.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Denard Span. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. The 1-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Span. Smith gets his lead at first, nobody out. And this one gets away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Smith, the runner at second with 1 away. Rounded down the third baseline. Played on the backhand. Throw gets him, 2 down. Standing in Kevin Kiermaier as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
1 and 2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in. And still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
3-2, full count. Once again, a 3-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Gonna be a tough play. He'll whip this one to first in time. Next for New York, Tyler Wade, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hit in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Smith. 1 out.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brett Gardner. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Kiermaier. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Now batting, right
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Aaron Judge. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball that he turned.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Striding in once again, Carlos Gomez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
The batter, number 13.
Ready for another chance? Brad Miller. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed, strike 3.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count. C.J. Cron would be next. Another full count pitch home. A little bouncer. That's foul, so the battle will continue. Another full count pitch home. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. And now he'll reconsider as he looks for a strikeout pitch. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Number 44.
Digging in to try it again, C.J. Cron. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. 1 left for Tampa. It remains. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
Wow, back-to-back to start the inning. Talk about putting a pitcher on notice. On the mound, you almost have to completely forget about those and try to convince yourself you're starting the inning over fresh. No one on, no one out.
In now, Greg Bird. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Smith moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Batting,
Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier's got a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting. Center
Digging
fielder,
in now for the Yankees, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Tries to dump this one out to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the 2-out hit here keeps the inning alive for Brandon Drury.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
Standing in now, Brandon Drury. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up. In there, a base hit. Oh, and he botches it. On to third, but he's in safely as a run will score on the play as well.
So close yet so far away. 2 outs, but back-to-back hits. This one a triple, and 3 runs have now been chased home. We'll see if the defense can make a play and get them out of this nightmare.
And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Miller right there. Throw on to first, and an important pitch. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adeiny Echeverria. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. At the plate, Malik Smith, a base hit in his first trip. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Here's Brett Gardner now. The 1-1 home. Swinging a soft liner down the line in right. Foul. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Echeverria shading to his right. 1 out.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Digging in once again, Aaron Judge. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. Kiermaier is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Digging in now, Matt Duffy. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Center fielder.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. Here's Carlos Gomez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Tanaka gets the sign. Here's the 2-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of...
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. They trail here 4-0. Jose Alvarado enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 46.
Ready for another shot now. Gary Sanchez. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th. 3-0. Here it is. Popped him up. Crone is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Greg
Striding
Bird.
in once again, Greg Bird. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And now a late bunt attempt here with 2 strikes, but this is going to be a foul ball, so he becomes a strikeout
Up next for the
victim.
Yankees.
Ready once again, Didi Gregorius. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Brad Miller.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1 and 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Chopped weakly to the left. Drury has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Ready for another chance. Wilson Ramos. It was a walk in his last trip. The 2-2. He's outside for a ball.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. Another full count pitch home. And another foul ball. Hit in the air down the left field line. Gardner on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
First baseman, C.J.
Digging in once again, C.J. Crone. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Tanaka into his motion. Here's the 1-2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's full 3-2. Adeiny Echeverria would be next. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now in the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And this will be taken in out there by Gomez for the first out.
The batter, third baseman,
Brandon Drury will bat next. Tripled homer run last time through, so we'll see what he's got in store here. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Popped straight up. Coming in is Gomez, and no one will get this one. Another try at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Count remains full. Popped into the air, back behind second. And he'll put this away for the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tyler Wade. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Weak grounder back to the mound. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Chad Green has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 57.
Here's Echeverria now. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Malik Smith the next to hit.
Left fielder, Malik Smith.
Popped high in the air. Drury over to his left. And he makes the catch for the second out. So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Denard Span. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Matt Duffy would be next. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Brett Gardner. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the 3-1. Softly hit out to short. Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit.
The right fielder, number 99. Aaron.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He went down on strikes last time up. The 1-1 home. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now. Seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
Yeah, you're watching this pitcher. He's just not executing on both sides. They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Miller moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. Into the box now, Greg Bird. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Yanks able to add on one more via the solo home run. Last chance for the Rays coming up, 5-0 New York. Aroldis Chapman takes the mound here. Not a safe situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. So striding in, Matt Duffy. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. And there's ball 2 now. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1. He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. The 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Carlos Gomez. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
5-0 the final score today. New York jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Masahiro Tanaka earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious Yankees. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Rays, no runs, but only 2 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Masahiro Tanaka. The loss